Alright guys, this video will show you how you can quickly plug in details into your mesh. Right, before I do it, let me just go ahead and select this and I'll give this little fillet right here. So guys, first I'll show you how you can do it within the current program window. So, for example, if I press Shift 2, I can create a cylinder right there. Right? And this will be a little detail that I can plug in here. How do I do it? Well, I'll go ahead and select this. Hotkey.default is Control D. First you select, guys, where you want it to be, where you want kind of the pivot to take place. So we'll have right here, top center. And then I can, for example, go on the surface where I want it to be. Right? I can then go ahead and on the bottom right, which is hard to see because of the keys showing up, there are some settings. For example, you can press S for scale, A for angle, which doesn't really matter because this is a cylinder, and then D for the depth here. You can also flip it and do some other things. But you can also press W, guys, for instant difference, subtraction. Alright, so just like that, guys, you can quickly start to have details plugged in there. Now, the reason why you may not want to be set to subtraction, because sometimes a detail has multiple pieces to it. For example, with here, you have something that subtracts something that goes in there as well. So for that situation, let me make something more advanced, for example. So I'll put this right here. Let's say this will be the subtraction, and then I'll Shift D that. That's hotkey for copying. And then for this, I'll have some sort of, I don't know, bolt detail, screw detail. Alright, right? So I'll select both of these, Control D, put it right there. As you can see, I need to F to flip this. Let's see. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just need to go ahead and D to move it out right here. Alright, in that case, guys, you can see it's not set to be subtract because I need to actually select this now. Hold Shift to add that, and then Q. So you can see that mesh that was used for subtraction was used properly, and then this mesh is kind of left inside. Although here I should have just, I should have been a little bit careful, make it fit better in there. Alright? But that's like a more advanced detail where you don't subtract both of them. Now, what's really cool about Plasticity, guys, is it has a multi-window workflow. By default, you always have to have in various programs, various add-ons and things like that to have all your little kitbash pieces. In Plasticity, it's very simple. First thing I'll do, guys, is I'll go ahead and just delete this very simply. Select this, and X to delete that. Boom. Alright, we're going to go into here, and we're going to go into a new window. Alright, I'm going to let that start up. So I've got some background processes going. Alright, so a new window is open up right here. And you can go ahead and maximize it, or just keep it kind of smaller here if you want. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and have model these little details right here, which we can use. Alright, let's go ahead and model all these details so we can then plug in eventually. So first thing we do is we'll have a little kind of box detail here. Alright, you notice there's kind of a little bevel or a little bit of an inset happening here. A little bit of scaling. We can select this, E, D, and then A for angle. And since I don't want the bottom here, guys, I'll just select this and this D to get rid of that, like so. We can then, guys, go ahead and make let's say a backup of this, or let's say a copy. Shift D. And for this one, we'll make the modification of having these be filleted. So it's really good to have like a wide variety of things so you can use a wide variety of details. Alright, that's detail number 2. Now we got this, guys, like this kind of oval shape. How do we do that? Well, I'll go ahead and use a cylinder here in the middle. And I will, for example, select this, guys. There's certain ways to do things, but what I like to do is use the chamfer method here. Now I'll select this, guys. Alt X to delete it in half, split it in half. Move this out. select this, and I don't want to press D because that'll kind of fill it out, right? Instead, I'll press E for extrude. And then I can go ahead and control to snap it right there to the middle. So now, guys, I can do this, Alt XX, and I've got this. Actually, beforehand, I will select this and D to move it up like so. I can also S and then Z to scale this if it needs to be more pronounced. This is my preferred method, guys. I like to just work with solids right here. So I can select this, Alt XX, and I can always, guys, make little different lengths, right? All I have to do, guys, is just move this here, for example. Alt XX, I got this length. Shift D. Alt XX. And I can QQ them all together. Alright, that's that detail right there. This is just a basic cylindrical detail, nothing have anything in there. Alright, next, got this detail right here, guys. This will be the subtraction object. And then what's going to be inside is I'll just Shift D that. It looks like there's kind of like a hexagon shape here. So I'll go ahead and go right here. I'll go for the, let's see here, this one. You can see on the bottom it says hold down. Let's see. So you hold down Shift, guys, then you scroll the wheel to increase or decrease number of sides. So if you know how to get a triangle, that's how you get a triangle here. I'm going to go with 6 here. Okay, I'm going to select this, D to extrude, delete the original lines, move this in here. Alright, there we go. Maybe make it a little bit larger. Alright, we've got that. Now a lot of times, guys, you can't actually see the detail is because it's being blocked by a object right here. So what I like to do, guys, is I like to go ahead and have an object that represents what the detail looks like for visual reference. So for example, so I'm going to go ahead and W to reset orientation. So I'll go ahead and remove that, boolean that. So now, guys, I know, for example, that, okay, this is what the detail looks like, but then this is what I need to actually use to enable that detail, right? Because this is blocking the detail, right? Nothing at you guys. Let's say you model it like this. Let's say you model this first. Not this first, but this first. How do you make this a full detail? Well, here's what you do, guys. Select this face and then press Alt-J to detach it. It's now a separate object. Delete it. Delete this too. You have the inside object. You select this, F and then P to patch. That patches up holes, but only if they're flat holes. So make sure it's flat. Make sure there's no waviness here. And now, guys, you're able to take this. Let's see you model it like that. And you're able to get this detail here with the patch. So now, guys, for example, obviously if it's simple, you don't need to do this. But with complex details, guys, you now have a reference for what it looks like. You can say, okay, I want this, therefore I'm going to go ahead and use that, right? All right, and then let's also do something for this right here. Once again, guys, Alt XX, GX, ED. All right, we'll do this for example. Now let's go ahead and reuse that same detail in the middle right there. Let's go ahead and Shift D, Y, snap right here for example. G, X, snap right there. As you can see, we can now do that right there. All right, guys, now that we got that, let's go ahead and actually take them out of this window and put them into the previous window. So guys, you can have all of your detail objects over here in a separate window, separate file you can save. You can save that as, you know, these are your little detail kit object scene. So I will select this. Here's what you do, guys. You go ahead and you press not Control D, but Control Shift C. Once again, you establish where you want the pivot to be. And now, once you've done it, it looks like nothing has happened, right? But you go into your other window. All right, let me go ahead and delete this. You press Control Shift V, and boom, here's your object. This may be a little bit too long, but you guys can see how it works now. This is, guys, how you can mass add detail. Let's go to the other window. All right, let's get this window. Control Shift C. Control Shift V. A. Hold Control for 5-degree increments. We'll get 180. And we'll balloon that away. Oh, looks like I should have flipped this. It's okay. I'll just rotate it. All right. Let's drag that same color into here. Shift D and X. Or actually, guys, let's say it doesn't match up, right? This is a little bit lower. This is a little bit lower than that one. Well, all you gotta do, guys, is you select this right here, these faces, and then G, Z, snap right here, for example. There we go. You can even move it like this, guys. That's why plasticity is so powerful, guys, because of all this like flexibility. All right, let's get those other details in there. Control Shift C. Control Shift V. We'll flip it this time. Alright guys, as for these two, these can be just a simple, let's say, cylinder. Oh, wait a second. We gotta get these little details here as well. Alright guys, that's an example of how I can quickly pop in those details. And of course you can spend more time probably place them. I'm just going to place them here real quick guys. And I'll go ahead and Alt X that, or Y, Shift Y that as well. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and take care.